I'm Kate Meggie, and I'm the Executive Director of the Humane Society of Vero Beach and New River County. I want to thank all of our donors, sponsors, board members, and volunteers who allow us to do the life-saving work we do every single day. And just to show you all how much we care, we're going to hear from a few of our board members about why they support what we do.
Hi, I'm Gina Grove, and I've been involved as a supporter for probably more than 30 years. I'm asking your support as a continuance of all that you've already done because of the crisis that we are seeing this year. Our gala will certainly be wonderful. We will raise money from it. We need more to provide the services that are so needed in our community for the animals and for their families so that they may thrive and some even to survive. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jan Christensen. I appreciate all of you who give and support the Humane Society of Vero Beach. It's a wonderful organization and support the lives of many innocent animals who find themselves in our care. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bill Frades. I support the Humane Society of Vero Beach because I love animals. It's a great feeling to be able to help them in their most needy time. And also because this organization does a very effective job in that regard.
Hi, I'm Betsy Woodruff, and for those who have supported the shelter and Cause for Paws in the past, we are so grateful. Please support us again this year as we will need your help more than ever, and your support will make a difference. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Jill Collinson, and I want to thank you very much for your donations and your support. I think you may not realize that during COVID, we've changed some of our direction to community outreach to help people keep their animals at their home rather than send them to our shelters. And that, I think, is a great direction that we're heading, and I hope you will support it in any way you can.
I'm Kate Meggie, and I'm the Executive Director of the Humane Society of Vero Beach and New Margaret County. I want to thank all of our donors, sponsors, board members, and volunteers who allow us to do the life-saving work we do every single day. And just to show you all how much we care, we're going to hear from a few of our board members about why they support what we do.
Hi, I'm Gina Grove, and I've been involved as a supporter for probably more than 30 years. I'm asking your support as a continuance of all that you've already done because of the crisis that we are seeing this year. Our gala will certainly be wonderful, and we will raise money from it. We need more to provide the services that are so needed in our community for the animals and for their families so that they may thrive and some even to survive. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jan Christensen. I appreciate all of you who give and support the Humane Society of Vero Beach. It's a wonderful organization and support the lives of many innocent animals who find themselves in our care. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bill Frades. I support the Humane Society of Vero Beach because I love animals. It's a great feeling to be able to help them in their most needy time. And also because this organization does a very effective job in that regard.
Hi, I'm Betsy Woodruff, and for those who have supported the shelter and Cause for Paws in the past, we are so grateful. Please support us again this year, as we will need your help more than ever, and your support will make a difference. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Jill Collinson, and I want to thank you very much for your donations and your support. I think you may not realize that during COVID, we've changed some of our direction to community outreach to help people keep their animals at their home rather than send them to our shelters. And that, I think, is a great direction that we're heading, and I hope you will support it in any way you can.
I'm Kate Meggie, and I'm the Executive Director of the Humane Society of Vero Beach and New Margaret County. I want to thank all of our donors, sponsors, board members, and volunteers who allow us to do the life-saving work we do every single day. And just to show you all how much we care, we're going to hear from a few of our board members about why they support what we do.
Hi, I'm Gina Grove, and I've been involved as a supporter for probably more than 30 years. I'm asking your support as a continuance of all that you've already done because of the crisis that we are seeing this year. Our gala will certainly be wonderful. We will raise money from it. We need more to provide the services that are so needed in our community for the animals and for their families so that they may thrive and some even to survive. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jan Christensen. I appreciate all of you who give and support the Humane Society of Vero Beach. It's a wonderful organization and support the lives of many innocent animals who find themselves in our care. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bill Frades. I support the Humane Society of Vero Beach because I love animals. It's a great feeling to be able to help them in their most needy time. And also because this organization does a very effective job in that regard.
Hi, I'm Betsy Woodruff, and for those who have supported the shelter and Cause for Paws in the past, we are so grateful. Please support us again this year as we will need your help more than ever, and your support will make a difference. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Jill Collinson, and I want to thank you very much for your donations and your support. I think you may not realize that during COVID, we've changed some of our direction to community outreach to help people keep their animals at their home rather than send them to our shelters. And that, I think, is a great direction that we're heading, and I hope you will support it in any way you can.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are just 9 minutes away from beginning our Cause for Paws virtual gala. So if you haven't already found the most comfortable chair in your house, now's the time to do so. Maybe mix your cocktail, pour your glass of wine, whatever be your pleasure. Get ready for what is going to be a great program. We also want you to know that if you're not registered for the program yet, you still got time. How do you do that? Well, do this right here. Text the word PAWS, P-A-W-S, to 72727. If you text that word in, you'll get a reply text message getting you all set up for the program. If you are watching this program right now through your registration link, you're already registered. You don't have to do anything. But if you're watching with some other people and someone has put up the video for you, please get registered for our program so you can have the full immersive experience. We also want to communicate with those of you out there in cyberland. All you have to do for that is send us some pictures. Show us that you're watching the program. Show us your cuddly pets who are watching the program with you, and text those pictures just like a regular text message to 813-212-2122. If you send them in to us, we'll put them on the screen just like this. You're going to get a chance to see those pets and those people watching the program. And hey, look, there's a picture of us during our dress rehearsal earlier. So send in some pictures. We'll see you watching, enjoying the program. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Cause for Paws supporting the Humane Society of Vero Beach in Indian River County begins in just a few minutes.
Hi, I'm Kate Meggie, and I'm the Executive Director of the Humane Society of Vero Beach and New Margaret County. I want to thank all of our donors, sponsors, board members, and volunteers who allow us to do the life-saving work we do every single day. And just to show you all how much we care, we're going to hear from a few of our board members about why they support what we do.
Hi, I'm Gina Grove, and I've been involved as a supporter for probably more than 30 years. I'm asking your support as a continuance of all that you've already done because of the crisis that we are seeing this year. Our gala will certainly be wonderful. We will raise money from it. We need more to provide the services that are so needed in our community for the animals and for their families so that they may thrive and some even to survive. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jan Christensen. I appreciate all of you who give and support the Humane Society of Vero Beach. It's a wonderful organization and support the lives of many innocent animals who find themselves in our care. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bill Frades. I support the Humane Society of Vero Beach because I love animals. It's great feeling to be able to help them in their most needy time. And also because this organization does a very effective job in that regard.
Hi, I'm Betsy Woodruff. And for those who have supported the shelter and Cause for Paws in the past, we are so grateful. Please support us again this year, as we will need your help more than ever, and your support will make a difference. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Jill Collinson, and I want to thank you very much for your donations and your support. I think you may not realize that during COVID, we've changed some of our direction to community outreach to help people keep their animals at their home rather than send them to our shelters. And that, I think, is a great direction that we're heading, and I hope you will support it in any way you can.
Good evening. I'm Ann Dunwoody, and this is my co-chair, Wendy Tremarchi, and we want to welcome you to a fabulous virtual evening for Cause for Pause.
And we'd also like to thank you for your ongoing commitment to our mission. And I think we'd like to make a toast, right, Ann?
Absolutely.
To Cause for Pause and a wonderful event.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2021 Humane Society of Vero Beach and Indian River County Cause for Pause. My name is Jason Alpert, and I will be your MC, your host, and your auctioneer throughout the program. We have got a small but mighty studio audience. We are a grand total of 5 people bringing this program to you from our home base, but you'll see throughout the program, we're going to go far and wide to bring in those who support the Humane Society of Vero Beach and Indian River County. So thank you so much for joining us. Now, if you're not registered for the program yet, we want and need you to do that. Understand that if you're watching this program and it is watching through the link that was sent to you, you are registered for the program. If you're watching with someone else and you're watching on their video link, you have to register to have the full immersive experience. So do just this. Just text the word pause to 72727. That's all you have to do. The word pause to 72727. You're going to get a text message back. We'll give you all the information on how to get registered for the program. We are going to give away some registration rewards. What are those? They're restaurant gift cards to randomly selected registrants who have done nothing but register. So please register. We may pick your name out for one of our restaurant gift card giveaways coming up in a little while. We also have some opportunity drawings going on. We've got a live auction. The bidding has already started on the live auction. All of those items can be bid on and bought right through your bidding device. So whether that's your phone, your laptop, your big smart TV, wherever you're watching the program, you can bid and donate right through that device. So please join us and help support the Humane Society. Now, I also want you to know that throughout the program, we want to see pictures of you. We want to engage with you throughout the program. How do you do that? Well, that's very simple. Man, they're so nice to keep putting this information right here for me, right? Just send your pictures, text us pictures of you watching the show to 813-212-2122. But we know it's not just going to be pictures of you coming in. We know it's going to be your pets as well. We're going to put them on the screen throughout the program. It'll look just like this. So many people have already sent in pictures of Bentley and brothers. There they are watching the program with the computer in front of them. Those are awesome, great pictures. There's our executive director, Kate, who has sent in a picture as well. So please keep those pictures coming, and we will show them and visit with you all enjoying tonight's program. There are so many organizations and so many people who went into helping to sponsor tonight's event. Many of them are individuals, like those of you, many of you who are watching tonight's program, and we're going to do our best to address and acknowledge all of our sponsors throughout the program. We also have a corporate sponsor who has stood hand in hand with the Humane Society, not only through the entire pandemic, but for many years, and we're going to give a chance to hear from them now.
Hi everyone, I'm Joanne Fuller, the Brand Engagement Manager for Hills Pet Nutrition. You know, at Hills, we are for all pets, no matter how they come into your home or into your life. But we have a very special place in our hearts for pets that need a second chance to find love. And that's why we created the Food, Shelter, and Love program almost 19 years ago, with a mission to provide premium pet nutrition to thousands of shelter pets across the country. For almost 17 of those years, we have been a proud supporter of the Humane Society of Vero Beach and Indian River County, supporting this organization's mission by feeding all the dogs and cats in its care. And that mission has never been more important than it has been within the last year, as the COVID pandemic started to sweep across the country, putting pet families in need everywhere, in every community. We proudly partnered with the Humane Society of Vero Beach and Indian River County to provide more than 2,000 pounds of pet food through the Humane Society's Pet Food Pantry directly into the homes of pet families who needed it. I want to say thanks to Kate and the team at the Humane Society for helping us channel that support to the pets and the people who needed it most. So, enjoy tonight, enjoy this wonderful virtual event, dig deep, and help support this wonderful organization who gives so much back to pets and people in this community that need it most. Thank you.
Joanne said it perfectly. Dig deep as you go through tonight's program and as you have the opportunity to bid on auction items or potentially donate in our Bid from the Heart or buy opportunity drawing tickets. Dig deep. And then when you think you've dug deep enough, like Joanne said, dig a little bit deeper. So thank you so much to Joanne and to Hills Pet Nutrition. Now, as we move on through the program, there are also many individuals who have supported this program. Whether we were live and in person as we hope and expect to be when we get a chance to do this next year, or in this virtual format, which many of you are enjoying sitting in your homes, in the most comfortable chair in your house, maybe sitting out by your pool, wherever you may be. We know that there's so many individuals who have supported this program. We want to get to take a moment to acknowledge them as well.
Good evening. I'm Susan Smith, President of the Board of Directors of the Humane Society. I would like to thank you all so much for joining us this evening. And in particular, I would like to thank our Best in Show sponsors, the Richard and Lillian Becker Family Foundation, Sally Edwards, and Virginia and Warren Shoreen, longtime supporters of the Humane Society. And Virginia and Warren have a few words they'd like to say to you.
This is Grover. This is Zoe. Both of them came from the Humane Society here in Vero Beach, and we have supported the Society for many, many years. We think that they have done wonderful things for animals, and especially this year, the animals are doing wonderful things for us. We hope you all will support them.
The Humane Society has improved the quality of life for all of us here in Vero. We thank them.
Virginia and Warren, thank you. And thank you for bringing Grover and Zoe into our program as well. We love seeing those animals who have been adopted through the Humane Society. Now, along with Virginia and Warren, we had other Best in Show sponsors that Susan mentioned earlier, of course, the Becker Family Foundation and Sally Edwards. So thank you for being at that top sponsorship level. But there's so many others who stepped forward and said, I believe in this mission. We want to support the virtual fundraiser, and we want to take a moment to look at those people and those organizations now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have spent the last 10 minutes, or the first 10 minutes of this program, acknowledging and thanking those who have supported this event up until this point. Now, we want to take some time now to give away some things and to acknowledge those of you who have tuned in here tonight. I mentioned earlier on in the program that we're going to give away some registration rewards. You must be registered for the auction part of the program. So if you haven't registered yet, you can still do so. We're going to pull some more rewards later on in the program. Text the word PAUSE to 72727 and you can get all registered going that way. The first registration reward that we have is a gift card to El Cid. When I say El Cid, I just think, so tasty, right? So we're just picking a randomly selected registrant to win that prize, and that is?
Ellen Mendez Pinate.
Ellen Mendez Pinate. How about a round of applause for Ellen? Ellen, you win that gift card to El Cid. Congratulations on that. There are some ways that you still can get involved throughout our program. Number one, we got our live auction. Live auction is going on right now. All you have to do is tap on the button that says auction items on your bidding device. You'll see the 3 items that we've got in our live auction, so please get in on those. A trip to Tuscany. We've got an option of a trip to Costa Rica and Iceland and Napa Valley, and an amazing chef's dinner virtual experience with celebrity chef Ben Robinson. So check out all those items. They can be bid on right now. We're going to close them out as part of this program in just a little while. We also are going to check in on our text-to-screen images. Use that number you see on the screen there, 813-212-2122. Send us your photos. Let us take a look at you watching tonight's program. There you see a couple of our supporters watching the program there. We love to see it. Meg Norris and Anna Nichols are watching, and we see those pictures continue to scroll in. So please continue to send your photos so we know that you are enjoying the program as much as we are enjoying doing it for you. Now, the next part of the program is really the time that we take the opportunity to see and feel and understand exactly why we're all here tonight, to understand what the Humane Society has been through over the past year. And although there have been plenty of trials and tribulations in learning how to navigate through this pandemic for our families, for our people, and certainly for our animals, we're going to take the next few minutes also to understand how the Humane Society of Vero Beach and Indian River County have continued to thrive. And I'm going to bring as part of the program to talk to us about that as a person who might know this mission as well as anyone. She is the Executive Director. Please welcome Kate Megji.
2020 was not the year we expected, and it certainly wasn't easy, but in the midst of fear and uncertainty, our commitment to animals never wavered. Almost exactly 1 year ago, we were faced with the challenge of quickly learning how to operate an animal shelter in a pandemic. Luckily, our team of animal welfare professionals already knew how to manage disease outbreaks in a shelter, so it wasn't much of a stretch to take what we know about animals and apply it to ourselves. Our first job, get as many animals out of the shelter and into foster or adoptive homes as we possibly could. In 1 month's time, our shelter went from having more than 160 animals in it to less than 50. Thanks to the support of our amazing community. We also learned an important lesson last year, to ask for help when we need it, and when we do, this community steps up too. For more than 6 months, our shelter staff worked in 2 teams, never getting to see their colleagues, but luckily managing a much lower number of animals, thanks to our wonderful foster families, who generously hosted more than 700 homeless animals. What was even more remarkable in 2020 was the fact that with fewer animals in the shelter, we were able to devote more time and resources to animals in absolutely critical need. Animals who were loved by their owners desperately, but needed access to unaffordable medical care, or a place to stay while their person was hospitalized, temporarily homeless or ill, or just needed a simple bag of food to tide them over. We also saw our share of heartbreaking stories, dogs and cats in overcrowded and under-resourced shelters whose time was up. Puppies and kittens with serious viral infections, homeless animals with life-threatening injuries and nowhere else to go. So we rolled up our sleeves and worked harder than ever to save their lives and give them a second chance at a happy and healthy new life. We rescued over 200 animals from other Florida shelters last year, and we placed more than 1,500 homeless animals in loving new homes. And as a result, for the second year in a row, we saved 90% of the animals who entered our care, when just a few years ago, that number was far below 70%. You'll get to hear some of these remarkable stories in just a few minutes, but I want you to know that these happy endings, and thousands more, were only possible because of the support you provide. We couldn't do any of this without you, and we are so incredibly grateful for that support. Every single day, our organization meets animals and people who need our help. Every day, our staff and volunteers go above and beyond to not only provide care and support, but to provide love and compassion. I hope that you will find as much joy and hope in these animals as we do, and that you will dig a little deeper tonight to ensure that we can do even more tomorrow. We can't do what we do without people like you at events like this, helping raise the much-needed funds to continue and grow the work we're able to do in our community. So, as we head into the fundraising part of the program, just remember to bid and bid often. Thank you.
Kate, truer words have never been spoken. Bid and bid often, but the one you forgot is bid high. Bid high as well, right? So we will talk you all through the next parts of the program. The first thing I'll tell you from a fundraising perspective is this is your last opportunity to buy into our opportunity drawings. On those bidding devices, whether it's your phone, your laptop, your tablet, however you're bidding and watching the program here this evening, there's a button that says drawings. If you tap on the button that says drawings, you will see we've got our Wild Time catering package. We've also got our Laughing Dog shopping spree package there as well. I will tell you, for the Wild Time dinner, we were only selling up to 60 opportunities for that one. And for the Laughing Dog, they were only selling 50 opportunities. So there's a great chance to buy your way into those. We're going to announce the winner of those packages before the end of the program. So thank you to Wild Time Catering and, of course, Laughing Dog Gallery for donating those packages. Now buy your way in for the opportunity to win them, and we will announce our winners at the end of the program. With that said, we will go into the live auction part of the program. The live auction part of the program is also bid on using your bidding device, whether it be your laptop or your cell phone or your tablet. How many more times do I have to say it, right? For this one, there is a button that says auction items. If you tap on the button that says auction items, you're going to see the packages that are available. 1, 2, and 3. If you're ready for the live auction, I can promise you that I'm ready. And as long as RJ from the production crew, the one pushing the buttons, is ready, let's go into our first live auction lot. The first live auction lot comes to us courtesy of our friend Chef Ben Robinson. Chef Ben Robinson is a celebrity chef, primarily because of his appearances on Below Deck. Now, what he has agreed to do is, wait, what's that? Wait, Chef Ben is going to tell people about this package himself? All right. Chef Ben, I'm going to give you the opportunity to join our program and tell people what you're offering as part of the Humane Society auction.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Chef Ben Robinson here at your bloody service. Now listen up. I am going to be part of the Vero Beach, Indian River County Humane Society. And I will be giving away this year an amazing Zoom dinner that may be shared with your family and friends. Now, this is an amazing cause. It's to help these fuzzy, furry little buggers. Every little bit counts. Not every furry bugger is as blessed as my darling Moofy here, who happens to have a wonderful life. So please, join me for a wonderful culinary experience to remember. Thank you so much. Cheers.
A culinary experience to remember. Man, makes me want to bid on it, I'll tell you that. There it is, Chef Ben's virtual gourmet cooking class, folks. This is for up to 10 people on Zoom. It's a customized meal menu. He will not only take you through the step-by-step instruction, but please understand that he is going to entertain you. And then when you are finished, you are going to have an amazing dinner to serve for you and your guests. It's a 90-minute class. We opened up the bid on this at just $750, and Rob Cush got in at that level. Ann Dunwoody outbid Rob to get to $1,000. Then Virginia Schwerin came in at $1,250, and now Margaret Norris is in at $1,500. Let me make sure everyone knows exactly how this is going to work. And RJ, if you can come back to me on camera for a moment, I want to explain this to everyone. The way the live auction process works is, as I continue to call out these bids, and I will see them as they come in here at the studio on these huge screens in front of me. At some point, I'm going to say there are only 30 seconds left in this live auction lot. When I say that, a clock is going to appear on your bidding device, and it is going to count you down from that 30 seconds all the way till it says closed. I am not going to be the one who closes this auction item. Our mobile bidding service, which is Qtago, they are going to be the one that closes it. It will say 0, and we will be done. So now we can go back to the slide as I call out. Rob was in at $750, Ann came back at $1,000, Virginia was in at $1,250, and Margaret is now our current top bidder at $1,500. Can I get Virginia to go one time at $1,750? Can I get Ann to come back one time at $1,750? I need a $1,750 bid to keep this one going. Who's in at $1,750? Anybody want to go? Anybody want to go one time? Who wants in? Anybody want to go? Is it Rob? Is it Ann? Is it Virginia? Is it Margaret? We're going to look at the screen one more time before I put that clock up on the bidding platform. As soon as that clock goes on, I wouldn't trust your Wi-Fi. I wouldn't trust your cell phone signal. Please understand that the words that are coming out of my mouth are different for everyone when it reaches you at home. So all you have to do is rely on that counter on your clock, on your phone, on your bidding device. So let's go ahead and put that 30-second counter on it right now with an understanding that at this point, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this package and continue to talk to you about Chef Ben, because Chef Ben does it at land and at sea. He has worked under Italian master chefs in Florence and gained apprenticeship at 3 Michelin star restaurant based in the UK. He's also been the head chef, get this, at the largest sailing yacht in the world. He's got this amazing catering business and travels all over the world. But for us, he's going to come into your home virtually and help you plan your dinner and give you an entertaining, amazing experience. So I will look up here. I will make sure that screen is refreshed. That is our winner right there. We do have a winning bid of $1,500. The winning bidder, no. All right, hold on. We are refreshed now. I want to make sure I get this. Because as I mentioned, folks, that latency that sits in, we want to make sure all the bids have come into the studio as it closed out. Because we did have a little flurry there at the end. We went from Margaret at $1,500 to Ann at $1,750, and Margaret came back with a winning bid of $2,000. We are sold, thank you, from the Humane Society. All right, let's move on to our next live auction lot. Now, the first one we did virtually, right? We took you to have a chef come with you virtually. This time, we are going to send you to wine country. We're sending you to Napa Valley. We're calling this one the Napa Valley Escape for Two. In this Napa Valley Escape for Two, you're going to have so many options while you are there. The first option is to work with our partners to put together a 4-day, 3-night stay at a deluxe hotel or a bed and breakfast. They will work with you to come up with the accommodations of your choice that fit in with what they have available, but they are all 4-star or better properties. You will then get 3 private winery tours. With those 3 private winery tours come private chauffeured transportation. They will pick you up directly at your hotel and take you to each one of the wineries. In addition to the winery tours and the accommodations, you're going to have your choice of one of these. It's either the spa treatments for 2, the gourmet cooking class for 2, or the hot air balloon ride for 2. So this is an all-in option package, right? You have to want to know what you want to do while you are in Napa Valley. We opened up the bid on this package at $1,000, and Ellen Mendez Piñate got in at $1,000. I love the karma, right? She also was one of our registration rewards winners. So Ellen, congratulations on that. Then Margaret Norris came back at $1,250, and Ellen came back at $1,500. So that is currently my top bid at $1,500. Folks, understand that if this sells at $1,500, not only is my winner getting a steal, but we're not raising as much money as we can for the Humane Society. So I need to look at Margaret and see if she wants to come back one time at $1,750. Is there a bidder at $1,750 who will ultimately get this auction going a little bit? We've got Ellen and Margaret going back and forth a little bit here, but we need to see who else wants to get in on this. If you get in at $1,750 with an understanding that this doesn't expire for 2 years, you have got plenty of time. You will be able to go in 2023 if you so choose. So support the Humane Society. Get that. Oh, we do have some new bids that have just come in. We have, at $1,500, I mentioned was Ellen Mendez Piñate. And Ellen, I hope I'm doing your last name proper, right? Chris Hall came in at $1,750, and then Priscilla Marisi came in at $2,000. How about that, right? We got a $2,000 bid. So who wants to go $2,250? Is there a bidder out there at $2,250 one time? Who's going to go? Is Chris Hall going to come back one time at $2,250? Is Margaret going to come back? Is Ellen going to come back one time? Folks, just think about it. You're in Napa Valley. You're visiting the wineries. You're sipping on the wine while you're there. The reds, the whites, whatever it may be, the rosés. You're going to have the spa treatments, the cooking class, the hot air balloon rides. You get your choice of which one of those. But think about while you're there, what are you going to be doing? You're going to be thinking about supporting the Humane Society. We have some new bids now. Ellen has come back at $2,250, and then Chris Hall came back at $2,500. Now we're cooking, right? Who's in at $2,750? Who's going to go one time? Is there a winning bidder out there at $2,750? Here's how it's going to work. When I put this counter on the clock, not yet, Tiffany, but when I put the counter on the clock, understand that it's not my voice you should be listening to. The only thing that will determine when this item closes is when you see that counter show up on your phone or on your bidding device. So I can watch it here in the studio, but the words that are coming out of my mouth are reaching people at home at a different time. So we're going to refresh the screen one more time before I put that counter on the clock so we can see. We currently have that $2,500 top bid. Who's going to go $2,750 as we put the counter on? So let's go ahead and put that counter on the clock. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this package, because when you go to Napa Valley for those 4 days and 3 nights, you're going to stay in that 4-star property. You're going to get to work with the partner to come up with that hotel, to pick the bed and breakfast. You're going to get to work with them to pick what wineries you want to go to. They're going to give you private chauffeured transportation to and from the hotel. And then you want to go in that hot air balloon ride. Look at that great picture up there on the screen, the hot air balloon ride. You want to have spa treatments, you can do that. If you want that gourmet cooking class, you can do that as well. So is there a bidder out there at $2,750 one time? Who's going to go at $2,750? Who's going to get in? Anybody want to go $2,750 before we close this one out? As I mentioned, it's the 4 days, it's the 3 nights. So here's how we're going to do it. We do have a winning bid at $2,500. Our winning bidder is Chris Hall. We are sold. Thank you from the Humane Society of Vero Beach. Congratulations to Chris Hall. You are going to Napa Valley. Next up is another package with options. This is a trip that we call the Bucket List Picks. And in the Bucket List Picks, you get to pick from 3 different bucket list international destinations. The first one is Iceland. Everybody say, ooh. In Iceland, you're going to be staying for 5 days and 4 nights in a 4-star or better accommodations. You're going to have round-trip airfare for 2 to Reykjavik from your local airport. You're going to have that Reykjavik city tour. And then what do we go to Iceland for? The Northern Lights. How about that? A Northern Lights tour for 2 as well. And these all come with professional travel agent services, so you're not worrying about planning your trip at all. If you don't want to go to Iceland, I have a feeling we might be able to talk you into Tuscany, because that is the second option as part of this package. In Tuscany, it's 7 days and 6 nights with the hotel accommodations, the car rental for the entirety of your stay, the cooking class for 2, the Florence city tour, and also the Academia Gallery tour for 2. 7 days, 6 nights, the hotel accommodations, the rental car, the cooking class, the tours. And listen, if you don't want to do Iceland, you don't want to do Tuscany. Oh, I might just played my hand there, right? Costa Rica almost slipped out early. How about we send you to Costa Rica? That's option number 3 if you want to go to Costa Rica. 7 days, 6 nights, folks. This is the type of trip where they're going to put you in your 3 cities, and then you're going to work with you to plan your trip in those cities. This one does have round-trip airfare for 2. It does have the rental car for the entirety of your trip while you are there. You're going to get breakfast every day while you are in Costa Rica. And as I mentioned, it is for 7 days and 6 nights. And Arenal, you want to go visit the volcano, they will take care of that for you. You are going to go to San Jose and Monteverde while you are there. So ultimately, folks, we open up the bid on this at just $1,500, which quite honestly was a little bit of a joke. But David Lane played along with our joke, and he bid $1,500. Sally Smith came in at $2,000. Julie Goodrich got in at $2,500. Who's going to go $3,000? We got a $3,000 bid there from Margaret Norris. Woo! The question now, I'll take another woo. Can I get that? Woo! All right. Now we need a $3,500 bid to get this package sold, to keep this auction going. Folks, I will tell you, I keep looking at these screens, and my initial bids are all individual bidders. David bid once, Sally bid once, Julie bid once, and Margaret bid once. We want to get the auction process going. Who's going to come back a second time? Julie, we're looking for, we got a new bid there at $3,500. Susan Smith is in at $3,500. Who's going to go 4? Is there a $4,000 bidder out there? Who's going to go one time? Anybody want to go 4,000? Who's going to go 4,000? Anybody want to go? By the way, Margaret Norris, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you because I know you were in at $3,000. Do you want to support the Humane Society for another $1,000 and support this mission and this cause? So right now, David started off our bidding, then Sally came in, and Julie and Margaret and Susan is now our top bidder at $3,500. Here's what we'll do. We're going to put that 30-second counter on the clock one more time now. And we're going to see as other donations come in and other bids come in, we're going to acknowledge who our winning bidder is at the end of this clock ticking all the way down to 0. Don't trust the Wi-Fi. Don't trust the cell phone signal. Put in those bids now. You get your choice between Iceland and Tuscany and Costa Rica. Your choice, folks, wherever you want to travel to. Costa Rica and Iceland include the airfare. Tuscany includes 7 days and 6 nights at a 4-star or better hotel. The car rental, the cooking classes, the tours. Folks, this really is truly, as I mentioned, the bucket list experience. So we're going to see ultimately where you want to go. Is it Iceland? Is it Tuscany? Or is it Costa Rica? So I think we do have a closed auction lot. Let's go ahead and refresh the screen one more time, or you think we're all done here? This is our winning bidder, yes? Yes. We do have a winning bid of $3,500. The winning bidder is Susan Smith. We are sold, thank you, from the Humane Society of Vero Beach and Indian River County. Now, as part of our program here this evening, the live auction was fun. The opportunity drawings were a lot of fun. We're going to pick our winners for that in just a moment. But the next part of the program is called the Bid from the Heart. And in the Bid from the Heart, you don't get a trip anywhere. You're not going to get a cooking class or a dinner in your home. You're going to get the feeling of knowing that you gave from the bottom of your heart directly to our mission. Our mission oftentimes is the animals. Yes, we also serve the people who get to be with those animals. But in a moment, we're going to introduce you to Miniman, Nash, Valentine, and Bug, 4 tremendous success stories of the Humane Society. But to help me introduce this part of the program, to help me introduce our new 4 furry friends, we're going to turn it over to one of our board members.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jeff Powers. I've been in Vero Beach for a very long time, going all the way back to the 70s. And why am I here? I'm here because I'm passionate about dogs and cats. In fact, I took my 2 labs down to the dog park yesterday, and It was so wonderful to see how many dogs would pop up on the bench and literally sit next to me and lie next to me until my 2 labs noticed and then chased them off. Today is a very important day because we've announced the paddle raise for the Humane Society of Vero Beach. The Humane Society of Vero Beach is responsible for those stray cats and dogs in our community and other animals that get lost in the system. They're not able to go to dog park. They're not able to be loved. The real reason I'm here is because I love my dogs. And what I'm hoping is that you will help us, because this year at the Humane Society, we need help. We always need help. Why? So we can help more animals get the same love that maybe your pet gets at home. But without your contributions, that's not possible. So what I did the other day, we had a board meeting. I'm on the board of directors, and I put my money where my mouth is. I asked everyone if they would double the commitment that they had, and that I would double mine. When that was done, I asked them to double it again. Surprisingly, everyone contributed. We have a group of men and women who are very committed to the welfare of animals. And with the paddle raise this year, it's our only event. If we're not successful in raising money to help with our operational needs, we can't survive. But we will survive with your help. What I'm asking today is for you to raise your hand high and support with your paddle whatever you think you can give, if you could go a little bit higher. And it doesn't matter if you have only a little bit to contribute. Whatever you can support us with is greatly appreciated. And you'll be a friend and a family member of the Humane Society of Vero Beach. Thank you.
Trembling with fear in the corner of his kennel, time was almost up for Miniman. He was only 8 months old when we found him at a high-intake shelter in South Florida. Shortly after meeting him, we realized that not only was this sweet boy terrified, he was in excruciating pain. In that moment, we knew that we had to do everything possible to save his innocent life. Upon arriving at our shelter, our veterinarian diagnosed him with severe hip dysplasia. With this news, we knew that Minnie's only hope of living a life free from pain would require a special surgery and an extensive physical rehabilitation program. It took an entire community, countless hours of hard work, love, and compassion, but together, we were able to save this beloved boy's life.
Nash had been abandoned on the side of the road. Curled up inside a plastic tote, he was so weak that he didn't have the strength to stand up on his own. When Nash arrived at the shelter, a positive parvovirus test result confirmed one of our worst fears. Our medical team began doing everything possible to save this sweet pup's life. After a week of IV fluids, medications, and love from our staff, that spark in Nash's eyes had finally returned. We knew he was going to survive. After recovering in the comfort of a foster home, Nash was adopted and has been thriving in a loving home ever since.
Valentine was found scared and limping along the side of a county road. She was disoriented after being hit by a car. Her front leg was badly injured, and this sweet, loving cat was in need of critical care. When Valentine came into our clinic, the medical team assessed her injuries and determined that her front leg was too severely damaged. In order to save her life, an amputation was required. It didn't take long for this resilient girl to adjust after her surgery. Her affectionate demeanor never left, and she was quickly adopted into a loving home. Fortunately for Valentine, her story has a happy ending. The reality is that we have hundreds of cats and kittens that come into our care every year. Happy endings like Valentine's are only made possible because of your support.
When Bug arrived at our shelter as a stray, he was in agonizing pain due to a severely broken femur. After discovering that amputation was not an option, one of our veterinarians began advocating to save Bug's life. Her search paid off. A compassionate surgeon offered to perform the complicated surgery at a reduced cost. It didn't take long before Bug would meet his new lifelong companion. Carol had recently suffered the loss of her beloved husband and her 15-year-old dog. With all her heart, she believed that rescuing a shelter dog would help her heal. Within moments of meeting at the shelter, Bug crawled right up into Carol's lap, and she immediately knew he was the one. The first night they spent together, Carol's heart began to feel full again, and they have continued to lift each other up ever since. Your support and generosity make it possible for stories like these to happen every day at the Humane Society of Vero Beach and Indian River County. On behalf of us here at the shelter, both two-legged and four-legged, thank you for your continued support.
Folks, that is our mission. That's what we're here for tonight, to make sure that we continue to have more success stories like those of Miniman and Valentine and the rest of the amazing animals that you just had a chance to meet. Understand that in the Bid from the Heart, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to call out some donation amounts. As I call out those donation amounts, I'm going to ask you to pull out your device, as I mentioned, whether it be your phone, your laptop, your tablet, your computer, your big screen TV, however it is that you're ingesting today's program, there's a button that says Donate right there on the home screen. And thankfully, thanks to Qtego, the bidding dollar amounts are already there on the screen waiting for you. As I call it the bidding numbers, the donating numbers, you just tap that button. We will see it here in the studio, and we will make celebratory noises here to make sure that we know how much, make sure you know how much we appreciate the donations as they're coming in. Our goal is to start with some big numbers and work our way down, and to hopefully have 100% participation from everyone who's watching tonight's program. Our goal over the next 7 to 8 minutes is to raise $50,000 for the Humane Society. I believe we can do it. I know you can do it. We're going to start tonight's Bid from the Heart with an ask of $10,000. At the $10,000 level, you'll run the medical program for 1 day. That's the type of thing that $10,000 funds. I'm going to watch all my screens here and see when $10,000 comes in and who out there is willing to make that contribution. These are leadership gifts at the $10,000 level. We want to give it just enough time to see if there's someone out there who's willing to put their money where their mouth is, as we've discussed. Who will support the Humane Society to the tune of $10,000? We did just get a $10,000 donation. How about that, right? And as he said he was prepared to do, how about that, Jeff Powers? Ellis and Jeff Powers in at $10,000 to the Humane Society. Now, a lot of donations come in at that level and they say, I'll give my $10,000 only if I can get people to match me. They didn't say that. They said, I believe in this mission to the tune of $10,000. Who's with me? Who will follow my lead? Anyone else at $10,000? We'll keep working our way down. How about at the $5,000 level? At the $5,000 level, you will fund something like vaccinations for 100 pets. Think about that. You're impacting the lives of 100 animals that come through the Humane Society. Who's in at $5,000 for the Humane Society? I see the names scrolling in, and we're going to get to name all of them throughout the program here this evening. But we're now looking for donations of $5,000 and above. Anyone at the $5,000 level? I'm telling you, our studio audience that I said is small but mighty and proud with 4 people here is ready to explode with a $5,000 donation. How about our next level at $3,500? Where are my donors at $3,500? And RJ, let's go ahead and put that heart up there. I want to watch those names scroll, and I want to watch that dollar amount grow as those donations come in. Is there a $3,500 donor out there? With an understanding that I see a lot of these names, and we're going to acknowledge as many of them as, oh, I think we just got a donation that came in. I need to see, I saw the dollar amount grow there, but now we're going to see, did we get a $3,500 donation? We got up to $34,200. We're refreshing the screen. Oh, even better. So here's what I'm going to do. I do want to celebrate our $3,500 donation. That is Bonnie and Fritz Spitzmiller. So the Spitzmillers, thank you so much. But we also did get a $5,000 donation from Gina Grove. How about that, folks? Who else at 3,500 or 5,000 or 10,000? Who else at some of these life-changing numbers for the animals that come through the Humane Society? Where are my donors at $2,000? At the $2,000 level, you'll pay for one advanced surgery. That's the type of thing that $2,000 funds. So I see some donations that have come in. We're going to watch our screens here and see as they come in. We're up to $36,200. We're going to watch that continue to grow. We just got a $2,000 donation from Susan Smith. How about that, right? Susan is in at $2,000. How about Maria Whittle is a $2,000 donor? That's right, Maria is in at $2,000. Who else? Catherine Barton is a $2,000 donor. Catherine, thank you so much, folks. We may have just hit our sweet spot. Who else at $2,000? We may get up over that $50,000 goal just at the $2,000 level. We still go at $2,000. Ann and Colin Dunwoody is in at $2,000. Who else? Who else can tap that button? It's staring you in the face. I want you to stare right back and tap that button. Rob Cush is a $2,000 donor. How about that, Rob? Thank you so much. Are there others at $2,000? There is another one. Sam Beach is a $2,000 donor, right? Now, folks, I'll tell you, I know that we've reached our so-called goal, but we got a lot more work to do, right? So let's do this. Tiffany, if you can take me over to the other screen and sort by dollar amount, because I think there might have been some other donations that I want to make sure that we reference. I think we had some at $2,000 that came in. Just scroll down on that screen just a little bit. See where they are. So I think I mentioned Susan Smith. I don't know. That Virginia Schwerin came in after I called it out, right? The Schwerins are in for another $5,000. How about that? The Schwerins, one of our top sponsors of this event, have come in. But sort by dollar amount. If you can click on where it says amount right there. Yes, right there. Nope, right there. Perfect, right? So we mentioned the Schwerins, we mentioned Gina Grove at $5,000, we mentioned the Spitzmiller at $3,500, and then I think we did not get a chance to mention Rosalind Klein is a $2,000 donor. Rosalind, thank you so much. We talked about Rob Cush, thank you, and the Dunwoodies and Catherine Barton at $2,000. Are there any below those? Let's scroll up there just a little bit. I want to make sure we acknowledge everyone, all those at $2,000. All right. Anyone else at $2,000 before we move on? We're at $52,200, and now we're going to ask for $1,500 donations. At $1,500, think about the impact you can make on the lives not only of the animals in our community, but the families who the animals are matched with. For those of you with animals, you know the difference they can make in your lives. Have them impact others. We're at $53,700, which means other donations have come in. Let's go to the MC screen, and I'll look at that other one as those donations come in. Because I think there is one. Kay and Dale Kaiser are in at $1,500. Thank you to the Kaisers. And Lynn and Bill Frades are in at $1,500. Who else at $1,500? We are at $55,200, folks. We're going to get over $60,000. I believe it, right? Who else at $1,500? Anyone else at $1,500? We're going to watch the screen here. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right. I'm going to wait another moment and see if any other donations come in. The next level I will call is a $1,000 level. Let me tell you what happens at $1,000. What types of things do you fund at $1,000? Quite simply, you save 1 litter of kittens. Think about that. You talk about something being tangible, and you think about a litter of kittens waiting to be saved, waiting to be supported, and that's what your donation could do. I'm looking for my $1,000 donors. I think we should start with, let's go back to the other screen. We have 2 different screens we're working with here in the studio. And as I look at this one, I'll look at all these $1,000 donations that have come in throughout the program here tonight. Betsy Woodruff at $1,000. Let's applaud as we go, right? Anna Nichols is a $1,000 donor. How about Christine and Christian Hammerscold are in at $1,000. Priscilla and Alan McCord are $1,000 donors. Betsy and Jay Woodruff in at $1,000. Kate Megg, she's our executive director. She's in at $1,000. Paulette and Andy Sowers are $1,000 donors. Carrie and Carrington Mason are in at $1,000. Richard and Janice Christensen at $1,000. Folks, look at all these great $1,000 donations, and we're still going. Rachel and John Clark are in at $1,000. Tyler and Gina Grove are in at $1,000. Sandra McManus is in at $1,000. How about all those donations, right? Anyone else at $1,000? We're at $57,200 total. Are these new ones that have just come in? That's right. I want to call them out, right? Charlotte Gabrich is a $1,000 donor, and Susie Wilbur all at $1,000. How about we give them a round of applause? Anyone else at $1,000? Folks, think about that $1,000. It's a nice round even number. Your accountant will thank me, right? Who else at $1,000 before we move on? I'm going to keep watching our screens here to see who else is ready to donate. We are creeping up to $60,000 in tonight's Bid from the Heart. Our next level is the $500 level. And at the $500 level, you can help support something like heartworm treatments for a dog, life-saving heartworm treatments. So I know we had some $500 donors. Let's sort by dollar amount and scroll down just a little bit. Perfect, right? So we got to get past all those thousands, though. Nope, keep going. We did an amazing job at the $1,000 level. Here are my $500 donors that have come in. Lala and Henry Marisi are in at $500. Linda Testa is a $500 donor. Sally Smith is a $500 donor. How about Ellen Mendez Pinate is in at $500. Susan Vanderstricht is in at $500. Margaret Norris is in at $500. All $500 donors, folks. Who else at $500? Who else will support this mission of the Humane Society? We're going to keep watching those $500 donations that have come in. We mentioned Margaret Norris at $500. Who else at the $500 level? All right. Are there donors at $250? Now's the time if you want to hit that button and get that $250 donation in. We're going to acknowledge as many of them as we can as we go through the program here. But I will tell you, before we acknowledge the $250 donations, and I promise we're going to acknowledge each and every one of them, because one of them is probably going to get us above the $60,000 mark. We are going to play a little game to end our Bid from the Heart tonight. And this game is called the Last Donor Standing. And here's how it's going to work. We've got a prize that we've been keeping in our back pocket. And that prize is a 2-day, 1-night stay at Costa de Este. Everyone say, ooh, right? But it's not just that. It's the stay at Costa de Este with breakfast. And we're going to throw in dinner at the Tides. So what do you get? How are we going to decide who's going to get this? We're going to give this prize to the person who donates $100 or more last. All right? So we've had all donations come in $100 and above. We're going to acknowledge as many of them as we can. So who wants to try to win our prize? So we're going to pull up this screen here. We had our screen, I promise. We're at $57,700. Let's go ahead and call out some of the earlier donations first. So let's go ahead and sort by dollar amount. And now scroll to the bottom so I can acknowledge some of these $100 donors that have come in. All right, so Scott Morton donated $100 earlier, and Rob Cush also donated $100 earlier. Any donation that comes in this point at $100 or above has an opportunity to win this prize. So now let's go back to the MC screen and let me see if we've had any donations that have come in. So Margaret Norris is currently still my last donor. Remember, all you have to do to win this stay at Costa de Este with the breakfast and dinner at the Tides is donate at least $100 or more. We're going to give this prize to the person who donates $100 or more last. As I mentioned, right now, Margaret is our last donor. I think she got in before we even announced the game. So we're going to see who else wants to get in on this game. We are at $57,700. We've exceeded our goal by almost 20%. Does anybody else want to get in at $100 or more? I'll tell you one more time and make sure everyone understands how the game is played. The last person to donate $100 or more, all you have to do is tap that button that says 100, and you get to play my game. You're going to get the stay at Costa de Este, and you're going to get the breakfast and the dinner at the Tides. So now we have a few donations that have come in. Michelle Quigley wants to play the game at $100, and then Margaret Norris came back at $100. So Margaret was our last donor. Michelle outdid her, and then Margaret came back. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to put a 30-second counter here in the studio. Understand that this counter does not show up on your bidding device. You're not going to see it anywhere. The only people who know when this 30 seconds is up is us here in the studio. So we're going to wait and see when that 30 seconds is up. We're going to hear the bell that's been ringing throughout the program to celebrate all the great things that have been happening. And then we're going to refresh our screen and we're going to see who our last donor is, and we'll celebrate who that person is. Remember, the last person to donate is going to get a stay at the beautiful and amazing Costa de Este. It comes with the breakfast. It comes with dinner at the Tides, but you have to be the last donor in our Bid from the Heart. We are at $58,650. You see the names that continue to scroll here on the screen? Again, we want to thank Catherine and Ann and Colin and Rob and Rosalind and Sam and Ellen and Anna and Susan and Kay and Dale. Thank you. As I thank those donors, I continue to look at my screen at the donations that have come in for our last donor standing game. We're going to see who wants to be the last donor standing and win that stay at Costa de Este. Who else wants in before we wrap it up? We are creeping up on $59,000 before we have a chance to announce who our winner is of this last donor standing game. So I'll continue to thank our donors who have come in throughout the evening, Sandra and Michelle and Rob and Tyler and Gina Grove and Jill Collinson and Rachel and John Clark. Thank you. Yep. All right. So the bell has just rung, but I want to keep scrolling those names on there a little bit because as I've talked about throughout the program, it's really about the latency. So we do have a timestamp here in the studio, and we're going to know when the last donation has come in, and we will be able to announce who our last donor is. So earlier on, we had, is this by timestamp? Actually, go back to the MC screen. I think I can take it that way. So we had Margaret Norris come back in, and Susan Vanderstricht came in with a $500 donation. These are all my last donors until we wrapped up the game. I want to build some suspense. Liz Riley donated $250. Anna Nichols came back with a $100 donation. That's right, right? Michelle Quigley came back with $100. Jill Collinson was a $100 donor. Each one of them thought they could be the last donor standing. Scott Morton came in with a $100 donation. Michelle Quigley came back with a $100 donation. Priscilla Marisi came back with a $100 donation. And now if we refresh one last time, we will know exactly who our winning last donor standing is. And it is right there at the top of our screen here with that final $100 donation. And the winning Costa de Este trip is Priscilla Marisi. But what's more important to me, let's put that heart up there one more time. What we just hit here for the Humane Society of Vero Beach in Indian River County is raise $59,750. How about that? And folks, those donations continue to just trickle in a little bit. So thank you so much for getting us over that $60,000 mark. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I will tell you as I begin to wrap up our program here, I've got a little bit of points of business to do. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to ask Tiffany from Cutego if you can give me the total right there. Perfect. Thank you. The next thing that I'll tell you all is that we have a few more things to give away. The first thing is our final registration reward. We're picking donors. We're picking registered donors, registered bidders. All you had to do is register, and you can win a gift card to Trattoria Dario. We're going to randomly select one, and that winner is?
Nancy Briggs.
Nancy Briggs. How about that, Nancy? Congratulations. We will get you that gift card. We also have pulled the winners of our opportunity drawings. It's the dinner for 8 at Wild Time, or from Wild Time Catering. And if we can randomly select that winner, you know who that is yet, Tiffany?
Stacy Lewis.
Stacy Lewis, congratulations. You're going to get that amazing dinner for 8, that catered dinner for 8 from Wild Time. Thank you so much. Our next one is our Laughing Dog Shopping Spree. That is another opportunity drawing. We're going to randomly select that one now.
That is Gina Grove.
Gina Grove. How about that, right? And folks, listen, I believe in karma, right? It's all done at random, but Gina Grove is also one of our biggest donors in the Bid from the Heart. So Gina, thank you so much for supporting tonight's program. As I begin to wrap things up, I want to go to our text-to-screen images to give you all a chance to see the pictures that have been sent in throughout the program, right? They are those who support the Humane Society and those who are supported by the Humane Society. We see people, we see animals, we see them together. Understand that the Humane Society of Vero Beach in Indian River County is making a difference in the lives of people and animals in our community. So, Tiffany, I need to see that other screen, though, after they type right there, the MC screen with the totals. Because what I want to do as I begin to wrap up our program is tell you that it has been such a pleasure being with you all here. It has been such a pleasure seeing how much those watching tonight believe in Humane Society in Vero Beach in Indian River County. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jason Alpert. I've loved being your MC, your host, and your auctioneer. On behalf of RJ and Chris with the production crew and Tiffany with Cutego, the auction fundraising platform, thank you so much. Now, so many people are saying, listen, we are here at a Humane Society event. What do we want? We want more animals. We want to see the cute animals. there's no better way to end our show than doing just that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.